Dive into the shadows of snooker, where sportsmanship sometimes takes a back seat. From unexpected outbursts to controversial clashes, we're rolling through the 20 most disgraceful moments that left fans and players alike in disbelief. Brace yourself as we unveil the darker side of the green table. Whoa, hold on. Did you see Ronnie O'Sullivan's match against Dave Gilbert? Talk about a roller coaster. Right out the gate, the Rocket throws in a gesture that gets everyone buzzing, even landing him in disciplinary hot water. But then, things take a surprising turn. Ronnie, usually Mr. Maximum Breaks, goes for a sloppy shot, completely whiffing the black. It's almost unheard of for him to miss like that. Seems like he got so focused on getting that red, he totally forgot about the black altogether. I mean, the man practically breathes snooker. So for him to miss like that ... it quote s mind-boggling, makes you wonder what was going on in his head during that shot. After Mark Williams' lights-out clearance, we have Kurt Mafflin who went full steam ahead on the theatrics. Imagine flipping the bird to the black after missing a shot at a 147. Talk about a meltdown. Now I'm all for a bit of fiery spirit, but that felt more like a tantrum than a tactical move. Still, it's sure shaken things up at the World Championship, and you gotta admit, it's got everyone talking. Just hope Mafflin keeps his cool from here on out, or he might end up needing more than luck to get out of this snooker jam. Drama at the English Open final. Just when Selby was lining up a crucial shot, some bloke in the crowd decides to become a one-man barracking squad. Yelling mid-shot, "Not cool, mate!" Enter referee Tatiana Williston, the queen of composure, who calmly calls security and gets the bloke ejected. The crowd? Roaring their approval. You mess with Selby's focus, you mess with the whole arena. Good riddance, I say. Elliot Slesser reached a moment of intense frustration during his snooker match against Fan Zhang Yi, culminating in him forcefully propelling the cue ball across the table. It was evident that the day's play was not going in his favor. The excitement kept building when Anthony McGill felt Jamie Clark was deliberately blocking his view. McGill mentioned, "It's not a huge issue, but if you're in his line of vision, it'd be better if you stood over there. No, let it go, it's okay, it's okay." As someone who loves snooker, seeing players get caught up in the moment shows just how passionate they are about the game. It's all part of the intense emotions and dedication we see on the snooker table. In a match featuring Ronnie O'Sullivan and Gary Wilson, a rowdy spectator, clearly under the influence, began causing a commotion that distracted the players. The referee quickly took charge, signaling for the individual's ejection. "Excuse me, please stand up. Ron, come down here. This person has to leave. Martin, this one here. Yes, he needs to go." In a moment that heightened the already intense atmosphere, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Ali Carter accidentally brushed shoulders during their match, sparking a bit of a stir. It seemed as though O'Sullivan was attempting to maneuver around the table to get behind the black ball. Despite the tension, both players managed to smile and laugh off the incident. After the earlier tension-filled moments, Ronnie O'Sullivan's gameplay came into sharp focus during his semifinal match against Mark Selby. He executed a shot that sparked quite a bit of controversy and surprise within the snooker community. The shot, a straightforward attempt that ended up being poorly executed, led commentators to describe it as absolutely ridiculous. This moment caught everyone's attention, showing that even the most skilled players can make surprising decisions under pressure. Mark Williams left fans in awe with a spectacular one-handed escape shot at the 2022 BetVictor Northern Ireland Open during his match against Mark Allen. As someone who adores snooker, it's these moments of sheer brilliance and creativity that truly highlight the skill and flair players like Williams bring to the table. This extraordinary play not only demonstrates Williams' confidence and innovation, but also adds to the rich tapestry of memorable moments in snooker history. After Wilson's surprising victory, the atmosphere was charged as Ronnie O'Sullivan had a heated exchange with referee Martil during the 2022 World Championship final. Ronnie pressed the referee, insisting, "You saw nothing. What did you see? Tell me what you saw. You saw nothing. Look at the camera." He emphasized that the issue had nothing to do with his opponent Judd, clarifying his need to speak up at that moment, rather than after the match. Before much-anticipated match between Hossein Vafai and Ronnie, there was a playful jab suggesting, "He's such a nice person when he's asleep." This comment, aimed at stirring the pot, came amidst discussions on who they aimed to silence with their performance, hinting at Ronnie O'Sullivan. The speaker noted, "I was quiet. I was respecting him. I saw so many people sending me some interview or something like that. And he's what he is, you know. Just, he's such a nice person when he's asleep." This lighthearted remark set the stage for a surprising twist in the competition. Can you believe it? Imagine this. You're chilling in Brentwood, right? It's the fourth evening, and the air's buzzing. Now picture world number 57 Zhang Anders stepping up. The dude's facing Ronnie O'Sullivan. Yes, the 7-time world champion. You're thinking, no way, Zhang's got a mountain to climb. But then bam! Zhang's playing like a wizard, and Ronnie, he's just there, fiddling with his cue, looking lost. Honestly, I never saw it coming. Zhang was on fire, and Ronnie, well, he had no comeback. It's like witnessing a giant toppling and you're just there sipping your drink thinking, is this really happening? Imagine you're in the thick of it, right? There's Luca, snookered, eyeing the table like it's a puzzle from another planet. He's got this wild idea, a banana shot that's more myth than reality. Picture this, the cue ball, spinning wildly as Luca's frustration bubbles over. He gives it a whack, sending it off on a journey that's doomed from the start. Now think about being in his shoes for a sec. The balls are laughing at you, the angles mocking your every move. Luca's faced with that dreaded snooker, right? The pocket's angle has got him in a tight spot, and he's weighing up this swerve shot that's got disaster written all over it. Too much juice, and he's off into the green game over. Picture this. You're settled in, the atmosphere is tense, and out of nowhere, chaos. Imagine, right in the middle of a nail-biter, someone decides to paint the town orange. Well, the snooker table at least, with a splash of orange powder. And just when you think, could this get any crazier? There's another would-be scene stealer, getting the old stop and stare from the ref at the next table. Imagine stepping into the arena. The tension is palpable. And right off the bat, there's a curveball. No handshake. Yep, you heard it. Rhiann Evans and Mark Allen, a tale of snooker and, well, personal history, decided to let their cues do the talking instead. Now, isn't that a plot twist? So here we are, eyes glued, as Evans gears up to break, and you can't help but wonder, what's going through their minds? Snooker's not just about potting balls and strategic safeties, it's these human elements that add layers to the game. Think about it, two ex-partners, now on opposite sides of the green baize, ready to battle it out. Ever been so close to victory you could almost taste it, only to have it slip away? Picture this, Ronnie O'Sullivan, a whisker away from the quarterfinals, faces a simple green. The kind he'd pot in his sleep, right? But then, the unthinkable. The ball stays out. You can almost hear the collective gasp, the tension thick in the air. There's this moment, yeah? Sullivan's frustration boils over. Imagine seeing him, the calm, collected maestro, suddenly hurling the rest onto the floor. Pure disbelief. You're there thinking, what's going through his mind? We've seen players rattled, but this? It's raw, it's real. So, there we were. The 1997 Masters Final, a classic showdown between O'Sullivan and Davis. Picture the scene, the tension, the focus, the sheer anticipation. And then, out of the blue, the script takes a wild turn. Ever heard about the time a fan decided to become part of the snooker history books? Yeah, you heard right. In the middle of all that concentration and skill, a fan jumps in with a moment of, let's call it unconventional enthusiasm. Now pause for a sec. Can you imagine being there? The cue action stops, the balls are still, and everyone's eyes are suddenly not on the table, but on this unexpected guest. It's one of those, did that really just happen moments? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is it about snooker that brings out such passionate, if not outright bizarre, reactions from us fans? Sure, we're there for the brilliant pots and the tactical battles, but it's these unpredictable moments that stick with us, telling tales far beyond the baize. So what do you think? Do these interruptions steal the spotlight, or do they add another layer to the rich tapestry of snooker? I mean, it's not every day you get a story like this. Drop your thoughts below, because this is the stuff that keeps our love for the game as colorful as the balls on the table.